Hello everybody, my name is Drew and welcome to the Stanley Parable, the unique narration story-driven choice game that I'm about to play for you guys. This one's been on my radar for quite a while. I picked it up not too long ago actually. It was during I think it was during the Steam Summer Sale. I ended up picking it up and it just sort of been sitting in my library going, play me, play me, play me. And I'm finally getting around to it. I've seen other people play this little bits. I tried not to spoil a lot of it. Really, all I know is that there's a lot of choice that goes on. And there's going to be a lot of byplay between the narrator and Stanley, or me as the case be, because I'm going to give Stanley glorious voice. Or at least I'm going to try to. We're going to find out if I can. Begin the game. The end is never the end. Well, that's comforting. See, this is a lot like, to me, Antechamber, just a lot more interactive, I think. Or vocally interactive. Because there's no vocal things going on in Antechamber. It's just sound effects. Right? Like the soundscape thing going on. Loading. You get to stare at my loading screen forever now. Yeah, I've been very much looking forward to this game. It should be a lot of fun and very, very interesting to see the kind of things that my choices progress through the game. Choice in video games has always been a really big thing for me. It's always been really, really interesting to see the kind of things that choices lend to and how it can shape a game. And to see a game that is literally reliant on choice or not choice being the case sometimes is always really interesting to see what happens. It's not like playing Mass Effect, all of the Mass Effect games, and finding out that, hey, your choices mean dick. Whereas this, your choices can literally mean winning the game. Well, I won't say winning the game. I don't know.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay. Hello, narrator.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427,
employee
baby.
Number 427's job was simple.
What's my
He
job?
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came
that's
to
it?
him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
Okay.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
This is not unlike playing video
Others
games.
might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came
God
in.
bless you, Stanley. You
Though
are
he
a
had been
champion.
made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That sounds moderately sinister.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something
so
that would
excited.
forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
What?
No
No
one had
orders?
showed up to give him instructions.
What do I
call
do?
A meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had
what do I
this
do?
happened. This complete isolation. Something was very
I don't like
clearly
being isolated.
wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Look at the detail. Of course, this is all made in the Source engine, right? Or at least it originally was. Because this was a mod for Gary's mod, or not Gary's mod, for the Source engine. Was the original version of it, and I did play that. So some of this is familiar, but that was like literally years ago. And again, I only played as far as I remember. My name is Stanley, and I'm employee number 427. So, look at that sharpener. Does anybody even have pencil sharpeners like that anymore? I remember the last time I used an actual pencil that wasn't like a mechanical pencil.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Meeting room, you say? Alright, let's go to the meeting room. Or maybe I won't. What's over here? Hello? Nope. Oh, hello, 420. Yeah, baby. Filing cabinets. What? It looks really very much like, is that blood on the ground? Is that blood? I hope it's not blood. Let's mosey this way. Oh. Okay, so I can go this way. Oh,
When
choice.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ooh, I follow the story. No, screw you, narrator. I'm doing my own thing. Go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I gotta
Perhaps he
check.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, baby. That's the point. Look at this thing.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
$1.25.
It worth the detour after all, just to spend
That's
a few
cheap
moments
shit.
here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It's so immaculate.
Stanley simply stood
Except
here,
for all the paper.
drinking it all in.
All right, fine.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did that door just close? No. I refuse.
Stanley was so bad at following
Oh.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired.
Hey,
yet.
shut up. You don't know me. I make my own choices, dick. What we got? Swipe card doors. Hey, look, stuff. Can I jump? No, I can't jump. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Penalty for misuse, $1,000. Penalty from jumping, 5,000. And a death. Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Hello, voice
I'm
in
not
my
your
head.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone
think
you've
I
been
care?
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you
Screw you.
What?
Yeah.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Nope.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
No, you
to
don't.
show you something beautiful.
No, you don't. Don't lie to me,
Let
boy.
Prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Ooh.
chance. Now listen carefully. This is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Fine. Alright. I'll listen to you this time. I'm trusting you, magical voice in the sky.
Oh,
Don't.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. You
Yes.
see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time.
I
The
don't know
problem
about
is
all
all
that.
these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Oh, this is like Handy
Don't
Chamber.
you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a
Stopped?
solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, hello. Alright, fine. Look at. Okay. Okay.
Do we want? What are we looking for?
Okay. I see a light in the tunnel. Oh. Oh.
Here.
Oh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Dude.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this
Oh,
place,
my God.
Stanley, I think I feel happy.
This is so
I
cool.
actually feel happy.
I'm happy too. It's beautiful. Okay, now where's the sinister part? Bad shit's gonna happen. Where is it? Or is it not? Or am I just gonna stand here and stare at these lovely psychedelic colors for hours upon end? Is there a door still? Nope. Oh, there is. Oh, what is this? Oh my god. Look at the... Like, this is really cool. I have yet to, okay. It's like staring into heaven. Stanley is amazed. Stanley also talks in the third person. Alright, well, enough of this. I'm going away. Bye now.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm leaving.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh, really? Well, then. In that case, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
It's all about me, buddy. Not about you. Splat.
Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Yeah, right,
There.
fine.
See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can.
Yes, but this
If we
is
stop
boring.
moving, we just have to stop moving.
Nope. This is boring. I don't like this.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I'm bored. You're boring me. Open another door.
No. What do you do? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Because I'm bored. Gotta do something, buddy. Open the door, do something else. I don't know. But, goodbye, cruel world.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God.
Ooh, that was
Is
a bit
this
of lag.
really how much you dislike my game?
No,
That you'll throw
it's,
yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
You gonna try and guilt trip
Literally
me?
willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yep.
Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Yep.
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
We'll get
I
along.
guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
I do make choice.
Well, this one is yours.
Alright, bye-bye.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh my god. This is so twisted. I love it. This is great. So I died. Alright, well this time let's...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Alright,
memo.
let's go to the meeting room. Let's go to the meeting room. Let's do that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's go to the meeting room. 413. Nope. It really does look like bad shit went down here. Now that we're not being dickbags to the narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Do not
either.
alter without consulting
Feeling a
whiteboard
wave of
manager.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Okay.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. How to solve a coworker dispute. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passively aggressively on other coworkers. And do other things. Using slides to assure employees things. Okay. That's interesting. Anything else? Can I do profits? Hello, profits. Wow, there's a lot of shit in this game. By quarterly poster. Blah, blah, blah. 402 to 405. Okay. Is my stuff in here? Everything is unique. Most of all, you. Yay! I like being unique. What else we got, guys? Ooh. Who moved my desk? Please keep the target on topic. Alright, well, whatever. Onwards to our boss's office. Broom closet? Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. So he turned
look at this
around
broom
and
closet.
got back on track.
Alright, fine. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. Nope. Yes.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Okay, all right.
He might be fired for that.
I might
and
be.
in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Yeah,
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Well,
All
I
of
am
my
talking to the
coworkers
voice in my
blinking
head.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No,
What?
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh, that's what
This
this
is all a
is.
dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I don't know
He
about
thought to
that.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing
I don't know
buttons.
about that.
I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float.
I can
Then he
fly.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Hells yeah.
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
And that would be?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Uh-huh.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Well, you know, I kind
Now
of
the
voiced
voice
that.
was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a
moderately
voice
stressful.
describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams,
That
the
is a
truth
good
was
question
that,
to
of
ask. What
course,
the hell happened
this was
here?
not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Don't like
Believing
that.
that if he's asleep, he
gross.
doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Okay, that's
Now, hearing
disconcerting.
the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did
Right?
the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? That this voice was a part
Yeah.
of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Answer my questions, fool.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
Okay.
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press
Yeah.
of the mattress on his back,
Uh-huh.
the fresh air of a world outside this
Something
one.
bad's gonna happen.
Let me wake up. he
Something
thought
bad's
to
gonna
himself.
happen. I
I'm
know it.
through with this
I know
dream.
it.
I wish it to be over.
Wake up,
Let me
Stanley.
go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Wake up, Stanley.
I want my apartment, and my wife,
Please wake up.
and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
That sounds beautiful.
My life is normal. I am normal.
Except I'm not normal.
Everything will be fine.
I'm not normal. Wake up, Stanley.
I am
Please wake up.
okay.
Well, shit. Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Hello?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Bleh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself,
Okay.
then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
I'm dead.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Oh.
I know what is real and what isn't.
Sad
It was
face.
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And that is the story of Stanley. That is moderately disconcerting. That ended poorly. That ended very poorly. I'm less than pleased with how that turned out. This isn't my office. Well, maybe it is. Forward ho, guys. This doesn't look normal. This is not my office. That's not my office. I'm dead.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, fine. We're gonna go left again. Alright. Back to the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person.
Tips are not getting
there.
fired.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
funny.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why is there nothing out the window? Okay. Nope, that didn't do anything. And, ooh, check out these damn floors, son. What is this? Executive bathroom. Ah, fine. Fine. Nope, that doesn't work either. What is all this? That's the secretary's desk. And holy shit, this is a hell of an
Stepping
office.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Okay.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh,
and
terrible
so
truth.
the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
8, 4.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
baby.
happened to input the correct code.
That's how I roll,
By sheer
son.
luck.
And-
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, this is different. Hello? All of a sudden things got very aperture science-y. Alright, into the big elevator. Bonk. Move. Things got very, very aperture science there for a moment. Oh, it got black. Oh, loading. I'm not gonna lie, I jumped just a little bit. Okay, hopefully you guys are as enthralled with this as I am, because this is like blowing my mind right now, guys. Loading. Go. Come on, do it. Almost? Not quite. There we go.
Descending deeper into the building,
Yes.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I do.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Why am I
did he
here?
feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wonderful. Onwards. Into the... what is this?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Answers or escape? The answers. Mind control facility. Go. Hello? Do I just hit the button? Bonk.
The lights rose
Oh.
on an enormous room packed with
Holy
television screens.
Christ.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I don't
Did he
know.
have the strength to find out?
We are gonna find out. What we got? That's a lot of TVs, though. Little black toaster boxes. Random things written on paper. Boink.
Now the
Ooh,
monitors jumped,
Jesus.
their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
damn.
co-workers. Lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, well, this is moderately disconcerting for those of us that work in the cubicle dwelling life.
This mind control facility,
Look at all
it
your
was too
hands, son.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley
Where's
really been
mine?
under
Where's mine?
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason
there I
he was
am, right
happy
there,
with
right
his
there.
boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
This is all I am to you. Am I just a plaything? Am I a plaything to
No.
you, giant voice?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Oh my God.
Never. It was
Is this-
unthinkable. Wasn't it?
Is
Was
this-
it
is
even
this like-
possible? Had he truly
goddamn, what's that
spent his
movie?
entire life
Oh, it's Jim
utterly
Carrey.
blind to the world?
Is everything a lie?
But here was the proof. The heart of the
Oh, good
operation.
God.
Controls labeled with emotions.
My
Happy
control status
or
is
sad
offline.
or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Go
and as
home.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Y'all got that right.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
5, not doing anything. Nope. Oh, there's a 4. Quickly, I must press 4. For 1, so long if I go. 1, 2, where's 3? Do you guys see a 3 floating around here somewhere? I see 4. Nope. Okay, hold on. Alright. I see 1, 2. 4's up here. 5's over there. I don't see a 3. Fine, whatever. Alright, let's go disable this mind melting bullshit thing. I'm a free man. I make my own choices. You're not the boss of me. Don't be foolish. I'm my own man. I do what I want. That's a lie. I don't do what I want. Line controls idle. Awaiting input. You damn right you're waiting input. Input from my foot, son. Alright. Station
And
power.
when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible...
Bye-bye. Is that it? Did I win? Am I free? I hear music.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yes.
Was it over?
I don't know. Nope.
Yes. He had won.
I win.
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was
yes.
mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Don't
Where
care.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
This is true.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Nope.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
I seek freedom.
but happiness.
Or
Perhaps
happiness.
his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
Goddamn
life
right,
he
son.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
That's
It
beautiful.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
All right. I'm free.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Feels good.
feeling of
I am
liberation. The
free.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
You're damn straight.
And Stanley was happy.
Awesome. That was totally unexpected. Apparently I beat the game. But as they say right here, the end is never the end. There is more shit to discover in Stanley Parable, but that's going to have to wait till next time, guys. Thank you all so much for watching my first foray into the Stanley Parable. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know I'm like grinning from ear to ear. This is probably one of the coolest games I have ever had the opportunity to play. As always, I will see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.